This is my daily vlog, episode 20. And today I want to talk about emptiness. There's a lot of things that people run from. We run from our own understanding of events that don't coalesce with our beliefs. We run from who we are, our urges, our emotions that we rather push down or leave unresolved. Even if you don't agree with an emotion or an urge, you have to confront it. Otherwise, it's going to keep on resurfacing. We like to run from our fights. I haven't run from a fight since I was in elementary school, but in all fairness, I haven't made some great decisions in the last fights that I've been in. And we run from what we know we're supposed to do. And this may seem very ideological. It may seem like, how do we really run from something that we know we have to do? And it never starts with actually moving away from it physically. It always begins with moving away from it ideologically. A job that we know we're supposed to do. A task that we know we have to complete in order to go towards our ultimate goal. And it never quite works out when we walk away from what we know we're supposed to do as far as goals are concerned. And what we have to realize is that in all the ways that we run away from things as human beings, in all the ways, what we're really doing is running away from emptiness. Emptiness is a hell of a thing. Emptiness is that void that we don't want to recognize. It's the void that we don't want to look at and acknowledge the existence of. Emptiness is it's boredom. It's a feeling of emptiness when we've completed something and we feel like we're no closer to really being who we should be. Whether it be a homework assignment, a project, another promotion at a job, another milestone in an athletic competition. When we don't feel like this next step, this next goal has made us more whole, that's what emptiness is. And it's something that sometimes it doesn't pop up in times when it should. Sometimes sometimes we don't see it pop up in times that it should. It always pops up when it needs to, but sometimes we misinterpret what we observe. And in those times, it's usually our fear or anger or our weakness surfacing instead of a really strong spiritual urge that we're not doing the right thing right now or we haven't accomplished enough. And emptiness and spirituality is kind of a disconnection with God, a disconnection with that which is infinite, a disconnection with soul, and a lack of truth in our lives. And it always comes back to our relation to God, or our relation to our soul and spirit, however you want to call it, in whatever different religion you're a part of, in whatever different kind of spiritual belief you're a part of, or even if you don't have a spiritual belief. Even atheists, they identify with a legacy, leaving something behind that will continue. And in a way, that's its own system of spirituality in and of itself. But whatever happens, and whatever influences bring us to make certain decisions, or we choose to make certain decisions, and we work towards certain goals that maybe don't fulfill us, and they just don't feel right. It's all the same thing. We're always, in those instances, we're always not filling that emptiness which is beckoning us to be filled. And really, human nature in general just beckons us to fill that emptiness. It can't always be filled, and when we feel it, we should recognize it and try to understand it, try to really feel what it is in our lives that makes us empty, or what idea is making us disconcerted or go away from who we truly are. We should always try to do that when emptiness pops up, because it serves a purpose. It serves the purpose of making us into the people we're supposed to be. That's my belief. You know, I don't have any facts to back this up, but that's my belief. And emptiness is something that we can also fill with things that are temporary and that don't truly fill us as a person. And these things are something like alcohol, drugs, pastimes that kind of make our adrenaline rush, or pastimes that we feel sped up in or accomplished in, but that don't really accomplish us or speed us up or truly work towards who we're supposed to be. And some of these pastimes, hell, it might be skateboarding, it might be stock trading, if you don't feel like you're supposed to be a stock trader. It might be parkour. It might be speed dating, trying to get as many partners as possible, things like that. But, you know, no matter how low the task or the job, we always have to realize that everyone has a certain goal, a certain person they're supposed to be, purely based on genetics, what they're good at, and what they want to do. And you know, this doesn't have to do with spirituality. I mean, I connected to spirituality, but what we want to do, our genetics, and what we're good at, compose something that can be completely separate from spirituality if you don't want to view things through that ideological system in that direction. But I've been thinking about this a lot of the day. Who we are, we have to always work towards who we truly believe that we are. We can't allow this empty urging to go unrecognized, unfulfilled. And if we respond to the emptiness in the right way, it can become our fulfillment. And if it becomes our fulfillment, then really the sky's the limit, because every time we feel empty, we are able to accomplish something. And that's all I got to say. This has been my video vlog, daily video vlog. And I just really hope that every single one of you tries to become the person you want to be. And that's all I got to say.